All right, guys, another small watch list for tomorrow because a lot of charts look the same again. Now, this is what the market looked like yesterday at the end of the day, and I said that is an impressive candle, very powerful bounce off the bottom of that channel, huge candle there, and then look at today, just like that, reversed it, unbelievable. IWM, same thing. We talked about how it broke this support line that's held for about a year, and then this huge candle looked like a bottom. Then today, completely reversed it again on bigger volume, by the way. Let's go back and look at the SPY. Bigger volume today, so things look fairly nasty going forward. We actually had a nice day in the chat room today, working together and just waiting for intelligent setups. So tomorrow, I'm just going to enter the day not knowing what to expect, knowing that the Dow was up 300 something, then it was down 300 something. So you certainly have volatility, all right? And we did a pretty nice job today, if you watched our highlight video from today, at kind of rooting out the gems and finding some low-risk setups. A few longs and a couple shorts, and it was a nice day. Now, what I'm watching tomorrow, again, a very short list because so many things look pretty similar. I'm going to watch OKE. You're down a few days in a row, and then they had this big sell-off, and I've got a line ahead. Pretty nice support back here in February, March, April, where it held 58. So I'm not saying it can't push down through that, and if it does, I might be looking for a reversal to come back up through it, depending on the market, of course. LNG, another one, 3 days down in a row, and then kind of a big day, and has decent support right above 65. So I want to see what happens there. Potential trade in that one. HUN, as you can see, a theme developing here. I'm trying to find stuff that are maybe even beaten up too much for potential bounces. Won't take any of these unless I get a proper intraday setup and the market's with me as well. So, but HUN starting to get fast to the downside, big volume, and it did back in March. It did a pretty nice job bouncing off of 23 a couple times. That's not huge support, but it is an area I'll be looking for a bounce if it gets down there. RWLK. Now this thing's whippy, but it's relative strength today. So I want to watch it if the market has any strength. I like it just kind of over this intraday trend line. So you get up around 30.80 maybe on and a decent market to the upside. This one is worth watching for a potential upside. But it's spready, whippy, and as I typed in Twitter or StockTwits today, I think this is like the spreadiest. I don't know if spreadiest is a word, but if you're a trader, you know exactly what I mean. Spreadiest market I've ever seen last couple weeks. So you want to be careful out there. Trade smaller and pick your spots. TKMR also want to have that one on watch. Relative strength. Ebola play. I think they chose their vaccine to experiment with in Africa, if I have the news right. And Zozo in our chat room today had a great long call now at 23.10 right before it ripped to 24.75. And it held up pretty well, so I want to watch that one tomorrow. And that's it. I also have in my notes this one other one, GLNG. Maybe if that gets down around 50 bucks, and it'll be near the 200 day, and it's kind of getting fast to the downside too. That one's also in my notes to watch. But I'm kind of going to enter tomorrow almost with a blank slate. I will have these stocks I just showed you on watch, but I'm sort of viewing tomorrow as a blank slate, and we'll watch what sets up. We'll find stuff as news plays unfold and that sort of thing. It seems like a better day to do that than to, we won't be catching any falling knives or anything like that. It's always important when the market has some kind of shock, to kind of hang out for the first 30 minutes and see what the market does. Keeps you out of trouble, and it's probably a smart thing to do. All right? We'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Have a good night.